Today, we're going to fix these headlights. So. Today, we're going to be working on replacing these headlights. I've dealt with these lights for 4 years and I'm tired of dealing with them. You're going to need one tool, which is a Phillips head. You're going to want some tape. You're going to want to park close to something to where you can tape off your headlights. So that way when you reinstall your headlights, you can confirm that your lights are zeroed pretty much and making sure that you're not blinding oncoming traffic. And then the bulbs that we're replacing, we're going with Auxito. After doing a bunch of research, I found that Auxito LED lights are pretty much the best non-intrusive replacement. So you're not going to have to get an adapter to fit some LED bulbs in. You're not going to have to disassemble your whole light just to get some LEDs. All you have to do is take the old bulbs out, put these in its place, and now you got LED lights. So, a good tip is to take your battery terminals off your battery, so you're not really going to mess with the electrical system. I'm not going to do that, but do what you will. First, before I turn these off, I'm going to mark on my garage door and see exactly where the lights are pointing at. On the ProMaster, to replace your headlights, you're going to have to remove 2 screws up top. Pull this off, you're going to have some indents that are inside of there. It's going to have 2 plugs right there. Just pull up, and then make sure that when you're pulling this out that you don't come straight out, that you're lifting it up with this tab. So, just like that. Alright, now that you got your cover off, you're going to set this aside. Make sure to put the paint side up, that way you're not scratching your paint. Okay, now that you removed your top, you're going to have to remove the bottom. On the side, or right here, you'll be able to see there's a Phillips screw. All you have to do is remove that. Okay, so as you can tell, this tab broke off. From pretty much whatever I have been seeing, this tab is super fragile. If it broke off, it's going to be okay. This one is still on there, but you're also going to have 2 tabs at the back that you're going to want to pull straight out. Okay, you're going to need a wrench and a 10mm socket. Sorry about that, I lied. I do have an extension on here. You can do it without, but I'm going to do it with. You're going to have 2 bolts on the bottom, one right here and one right here. On top, you're going to have one right here. You can definitely do this job a lot faster with some power tools. However, I've neglected to do this, and realistically you can do this job on the side of the road if you really needed to. Alright, we got our 3 bolts out. Alright, now it's time to remove the light. You've removed your 2 bottom screws and your 1 single screw. You should be able to pull it out, and there is going to be a pin inside that you have to kind of give it a little tug, just like that. Right there. Your pin's gonna go right in there. Now, you have access to your light. What you can do is you can remove the light off. You're gonna press down on this tab and pull straight back. Now, you have free reign of your light. Now that you have your headlamp off, a quarter turn, you'll be able to access your light. So now that you removed your cover, there's going to be a tab on this light. You're going to push down and pull back. That's going to give you access to your light. You're going to have a tab on the bottom. Excuse me. The tab is going to be facing the top. All right. You're going to see a positive and negative. Positive is going to go on top. And you're going to push it back in. Next step is to replace your cap. Now we're going to test for function. Of course, it's upside down. Plug straight in. And there you have it. Sorry for blinding you. Our high beam is now LED. And I have to say, this looks, you can clearly see the difference. It's insane. Now, we're going to repeat the same thing on this side, and then we're going to do the driver's side. For your regular headlight, it's going to be a little bit harder. Again, you're going to pull down on that, the tab, and then pull back. Just like that. Plugged in. And now, we're going to place that back in there. Okay, so that took a little bit longer, but I was just trying to make sure that I didn't break any tabs. There is going to be a rail that the plug goes onto, and you have to give it a little bit more oomph to plug it back in. Now, we're going to place our cap. Now it's on there. Make sure your headlight is the right side up. And plug back in. Now, you're going to remember your dimple right up here. And you're going to want to push that back in. You see a pretty clear difference on the halogen on the left and then the LED on the right. LED is way brighter. And I'm bringing down my ISO. I'm actually a little overexposed right there. Now I'm perfectly exposed. We're on 250, we're on f4 at 1/50th of a second. Halogens and then LEDs. That is such a big difference to the light. That is insane. Alright, now that we got our passenger side in, we're going to replace the driver's side. Broke the tab again. Now we have LED lights in the van. The driver's side was a little bit more difficult for me. I had to go in and take a T10 Torx to the standard beam. I had to remove the little shell cup to make sure to be able to actually like align the light properly, which is good thing I did and tested it before I put everything back together, because this beam right here was way high, and now as you see, pretty much perfect on how I had it. I'm super happy with the results. Okay, so all the lights are installed, everything works. It is fantastic. It is super bright. If you want to get your own pair of Auxito LED lights for your ProMaster, there's going to be a link down in the description. I do make a small kickback off of that, which I'm grateful for if you purchase through that link. You're going to need a 10mm socket with an extension, which is going to work really nice. You can do everything by hand. You need a Phillips screwdriver, and I highly, highly recommend getting a piece of tape and marking where your lights are, so that way you go back to the stock function, which really helped me out with doing this. Go and hit that subscribe button, and I want to see you guys for the next video, because I got something really cool that I want to show you guys. Yeah, high beams are a go. All right, I'm gonna take it real slow. Again, I am driving on a pretty much lube. All right, I can definitely see more with the aux beam lights, or not aux beam, the Auxito lights. I can definitely see a lot more now that I'm actually driving and paying attention to what I'm doing. The lights really do are better performer than the halogens, and especially the high beams.